You wake before dawn. The room is silent. Outside, Russia disappears beneath fresh snow. Tonight, powerful nobles have invited you to dinner. They never expect you to leave alive. You are Grigori Rasputin. To some, you are God's servant. To others, you are Russia's greatest threat. The poor call you a healer. The rich whisper that you control the royal family. You ignore every warning. You believe God still has work for you. The freezing air bites your face. Your journey has begun. Every step brings you closer to the palace and closer to death. Hidden eyes follow your every move. The conspiracy is already in motion. But your story began far from the royal palace. You were born in a tiny Siberian village where no one imagined your future. Your childhood was simple, cold, and far from the halls of power. Like most village boys, you worked hard just to survive the harsh winters. Even as a boy, you often preferred silence over crowds. As you grew older, your wild behavior became impossible to ignore. You fought often. Few believed you would ever change. Then something happened that changed your life forever. You turned away from your old life and searched for God. With almost nothing, you began a journey across Russia. You traveled for months through forests, villages, and frozen roads. Your search finally led you to a monastery, where your new life truly began. Inside the monastery, you spend hours praying in complete silence. Wise monks teach you faith, discipline, and the power of prayer. Night after night, your faith grows stronger than ever before. Soon, people begin asking you to pray for the sick. Some families believe your prayers bring miraculous healing. Stories about you spread from village to village across Russia. Before long, strangers travel for days just to meet you. Far away, the Russian royal family faces a desperate crisis. The royal family's only son is dangerously ill. Even the empire's best doctors cannot stop his suffering. Every small injury could become a deadly disaster. Desperate, the Empress prays for a miracle. Then someone speaks of a mysterious holy man from Siberia. A royal messenger arrives. The palace is asking for you. For the first time, you step into the heart of the Russian Empire. The royal family watches as you begin to pray for their son. The room falls silent. Every eye is fixed on you. By morning, the young prince seems noticeably stronger. The Empress believes God has answered her prayers through you. From that day, the palace doors remain open to you. Soon, even the Tsar begins listening to your advice. Not everyone welcomes your growing influence. The nobles begin calling you a dangerous fraud. Soon, newspapers fill the empire with shocking stories about you. The rumors spread faster than the truth ever could. Some call you a saint. Others call you a devil. Everywhere you go, people stop and stare. The Empress refuses to believe a single accusation. Then, the First World War changes everything. Thousands of Russian soldiers fall as the war grows worse. Back home, food becomes scarce and hope begins to fade. One man decides the empire can only be saved by your death. Felix secretly gathers powerful men who share his plan. Their mission is simple. Rasputin must never leave the palace alive. The meeting is hidden from everyone outside the room. Felix prepares a polite invitation that hides a deadly trap. A messenger carries the letter straight to your home. You quietly read the invitation from Prince Felix. Your daughter senses danger. She begs you not to go. You smile gently. You believe your fate rests in God's hands. A strange feeling tells you this night will be different. You begin writing a letter to the Tsar. Your words carry a warning about Russia's future. You make sure the letter will reach the Tsar. You prepare to leave, despite every warning. Without looking back, you step into the freezing night. The streets are silent. Only your footsteps break the snow. At last, the Yusupov Palace comes into view. The trap awaits. You climb the palace steps, unaware they may be your last. Prince Felix welcomes you with a friendly smile. He leads you deep inside the silent palace. A luxurious meal has been prepared just for you. Felix asks you to wait for his wife to arrive. While you wait, cakes and wine are placed before you. Above you, the conspirators wait in complete silence. Felix holds his breath as you take your first bite. You finish the cake. Nothing happens. Felix cannot believe you're still alive. He offers you another glass of wine. You drink without the slightest sign of fear. Panic begins to replace Felix's confidence. He excuses himself and hurries upstairs. The poison has failed. The conspirators need a new plan. Felix reaches for a revolver. There is only one option left. Felix steadies his nerves and walks back downstairs. You wait patiently, unaware a gun is now aimed at your future. Felix returns, hiding fear behind a polite smile. Without warning, Felix raises the revolver. A single gunshot shatters the night's silence. You collapse to the floor. The room becomes deathly quiet. Believing you're dead, Felix shares the news upstairs. One final look, just to make sure you're gone. The room is silent. Your body hasn't moved. Felix slowly steps closer, searching for any sign of life. He reaches out, convinced the nightmare is over. Then, your eyes suddenly open. You seize Felix, sending him into blind panic. Felix screams and stumbles backward in fear. With incredible determination, you struggle toward the exit. You burst into the freezing night, fighting for one last chance to live. You stagger through the snow, refusing to give up. The conspirators rush outside, determined to finish the job. A revolver is raised. Another shot rings out. The first shot misses. You keep moving. Another shot echoes across the frozen courtyard. You stumble, but somehow keep going. This time, he refuses to miss. The final shot ends your desperate escape. The conspirators approach carefully, afraid you might rise again. Even now, Felix isn't sure you're truly dead. They wrap your body before anyone can see. A carriage carries you into the frozen night. The journey ends at the icy Little Nevka River. A hole has already been cut through the ice. Without a word, they lower your body into the darkness. The river grows quiet, hiding one of history's greatest mysteries. Morning arrives. St. Petersburg knows nothing of the night's events. Soon, investigators begin searching for the missing mystic. Days later, your body is finally found. Doctors search for answers behind your mysterious death. Stories spread quickly, but many facts remain uncertain. Across Russia, rumors grow larger than the truth. The royal family is devastated by the news. For Alexandra, Russia has lost more than a trusted advisor. Then the Tsar receives the letter you left behind. Its warning sends a chill through the palace. You warned that noble blood would bring disaster to the throne. Just months later, revolution sweeps across Russia. The Tsar is forced to give up his crown. The royal family loses the empire they once ruled. The Romanov dynasty is coming to its end. Your life ends, but your legend is only beginning. More than a century later, historians still debate your life. Were you a saint or a skilled manipulator? The evidence reveals some truths, but leaves many questions unanswered. Over time, legends became almost impossible to separate from facts. Russia changed forever, but your name never disappeared. To some, you remain a villain. To others, a misunderstood mystic. Your story ended beneath the ice, but the mystery never did. You were feared, trusted, hated, and remembered. This was your life as Rasputin.